I had a couple of good times on Twitter last night. I was just fucking around.
Good
Very
times.
late.
Yeah.
A lot, of course, my retweeting of various teens that decided they were playing the knockout game with a 70-year-old man, put him in critical condition. And,
wait, what happened?
Fucking.
Did the Post call them savages like they did the little teenagers that raided the upstate New York place and had a party?
No,
of course not.
No, they didn't. But I was tweeting the fact that like they'll blame a game like GTA for murder, but then they call murder a game, the knockout game. They don't address it as it's fucking murder. They're murdering people. So yeah, this poor 70-year-old guy is just coming out of a 7-Eleven and gets attacked and blindsided.
Where was it?
Where was this?
Syracuse.
Syracuse.
Is he dead?
Good old Syracuse. No, he's in critical condition, but a 51-year-old guy, they were playing the knockout game. Oh, sounds like fun. Where the object is to walk up to somebody and with one punch knock him out, blindside him. And they punched this guy, he fucking cracked his head on the ground, he never woke up. That was it. And it's, teens. Oh, they're just playing a game.
Yeah, just punching people in the face.
It's a game. It's called fucking assault. Oh, they're just unarmed teens. Yeah, okay. So I was going off on that last night a little bit.
So my kid has a chance to eventually play the knockout game?
No.
You sure?
No, he has a chance of being a victim of the knockout game, but to play it,
what's the difference?
Apparently, you have to be young, male usually, but females usually join in after the guy's on the ground with the kicking and stomping part of it. And black. You have to be a black person.
Why?
Black people. I don't know, because they seem to really be the majority, the vast majority, the statistical equivalent of 100%. Of everyone doing this game.
But aren't they playing catch in the backyard with their daddies, too?
No, because their family
the
structure dictates that 75% of them do not have fathers. They are from broken homes, but that seems to be fine. Instead of talking about how bad that is and how it's affecting society, you just accept it and say it's an alternative lifestyle. It's okay to have one incompetent mommy and ditch the kid off with the grandparents. And oh God, there's no hope. There's no hope left.
Let's say hi to Jeremy. Jeremy Spoken in New Jersey. Jeremy.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Hello.
Hey,
yeah, so recently in the news, I'm from Hoboken. This homeless
I'm dying.
Apparently, he got
Every old guy knows that.
Mm-hmm.
He got killed the other day from two teens in Jersey City that were playing the knockout game.
See, it's just and what happens? They just crack him in the head. He falls down, and it's all funny. There's no concept of right and wrong. And I get into arguments all the time on Twitter about this, and people love to blame it on poverty. They go, no, it's poverty. And so it's like, there are poor people all over the world. And what you're saying is that if you're impoverished, you lose your concept of right from wrong and the appreciation of another human life. That goes out the window. You all of a sudden have no concept of that anymore, because that's what these people are doing. And there are areas of different races of impoverished people that do not act like this. It seems to be that it is very, very prominent in the black community to perpetrate unbelievable acts of random violence that you just don't see in other communities. You'll see violence and stuff, but like the randomness of it, of the black on other races violence, is the scariest part, because then you're susceptible to it. If you're not fucking somebody else's wife, or you're not robbing somebody else's house or something, the odds that someone's going to fuck with you are pretty slim. But that randomness, that you're a 70-year-old guy leaving a 7-Eleven, you get blindsided in the head for no fucking reason. That's the part that is very hard to understand.
Yeah.
And to blame it on other things, I'm sorry. You're saying then, you're in essence saying that the black community is incapable of reason and incapable of right from wrong and knowing that there's a value to human life. Is that what the excuse is? Because I don't get it. I don't get it. That's what I was doing last night. And tweeting kitten pictures.
Wow, that's
people love the contrast
no
of
kidding,
my.
That's a little strange.
It comes off looking a tad psychotic.
Well,
I must say. Little Beavis. Oh, he was so upset when I got home last night because I was away all weekend. So I opened the door and I just hear from upstairs. I'm like, oh no! I opened the door. He couldn't get enough of me. Oh,
yeah,
crawling up my leg.
It's adorable.
He was pouncing at my face and just the cutest, biting my hand.
That's going to be horrific in another year.
When it's literally a tiger pouncing on me through the door.
You know how you say that maybe people aren't being raised right in the community?
I hear ya.
You're doing the exact same thing in the pet world.
Yeah.
You are raising.
I'm raising a scourge of society.
You are raising a tiger, basically.
Yes.
At 12:50 this morning, last night.
Yeah.
All I could hear was,
oh no!
Scratches at the door. Scratches at the door.
Uh-oh.
Let him in.
Who was it?
It was Bruiser Brody.
It was Bruiser Brody.
Well, let him in.
Then we won't be sleeping.
Why?
Because he'll
find a spot on the bed and you'll be cool.
Because he just headbutts and paws you.
Yeah.
For what reason?
Because he wants attention.
Because you're another horrible parent.
He doesn't understand how you could be laying down
in this fucking room.
I was playing fetch with a pen with Lil Beavis last night. I was laying in bed and I would take the pen and throw it on the floor and he would chase it, gets it, brings it back up on the bed, and drops it right in front of me. I got a little fetching kitten. He's adorable.
Let me say hi to Pete.
Another video if he would do these cute things when I actually hit record. He knows to stop being cute when I hit record, the little fucker.
Because
I only got limited time. He's getting big.
Pete in South Carolina. Pete.
Yeah, good morning. What's happening?
Little fucker. Because I only got limited time. He's getting big.
Pete in South Carolina. Pete.
Yeah, good morning. What's happening, man?
What's up, Pete?
I got a comment, man. I've been listening to y'all radio show probably for the past couple of months.
Ooh.
And I dig the show, but, man, shit is so racial all the time. These kids who knock the dude out, it's not the whole fucking black race or poor black people. It's a couple of dumbass kids. It doesn't have to be so fucking racial all the time. I have the issue, sometimes listening to y'all because of the shit that comes out all the time.
But it is always young black guys that are playing the knockout game. It's every single time.
I am a black guy, and I grew up around other black kids, and nobody ever did this shit.
I'm not saying all black people are doing this, but I'm saying everyone that's doing it, the majority are black people.
But
people. Why do people mix that up all the time? I'm not saying all black people do this. I'm saying this is done by all black people. It's a difference. There's a difference there. But I'm not persecuting an entire people.
But I think what Pete's saying is, hold on, Pete, I'll make your point. But I think what Pete's saying is that overwhelmingly, most kids aren't doing this. Most black kids are.
Of course not. It would be insane. It would be like a zombie attack if they were.
But I don't get on Twitter like, look, all fucking mass murders and serial killers are white people.
Because they're not, but okay.
No, they're not, but you look at the numbers, it's generally, older white
Of course it is. Statistically, it is white people profile. So I could then profile and say that this knockout game shit is predominantly young black men.
But here's the deal. I've never heard of this shit, man.
Oh, yeah?
Have you heard of this before?
Well, watch the news, go on YouTube, punch it up. It's kept out of the media for the most part.
I really dig the show.
I think what he's saying is he lives closer, to the black people, and he doesn't see this around him whatsoever.
I'm not people mix that up all the time.
To the left, man. I mean, like Jimmy always jumps at it like he's a ballad. But, it's always like it goes too fucking far, man. It's hard
the truth does go too far. People hate when I fucking spout out actual FBI statistics and talk about things. There's a huge problem with violence in the young black male community. Sorry, that's what it is. It's a problem. No amount of reverend's dialogue or hiding it under the carpet is going to fucking fix it. It has to be addressed. People have to be shamed. People have to be shamed and look at their problems and say, why are they doing this? It's a goddamn disgrace.
Who the fuck is doing it? I never grew up with this shit, man.
Well, you're a lucky man. You're a lucky man. You must live next door to me.
I'm telling you, it's not true. I went to predominantly white college, man.
Well, exactly. There you go. That's why.
No. I said college, bro, but I grew up around black people my whole life. I still have black friends. This shit never fucking happened. I never heard of this shit.
Can I tell you the first time I heard of the knockout game? It was I was reading something about, I forget what's the guy's name? There's a guy who started the Crips. He's in jail now. I forget his name. He's Tukey or so. He begins there's a T. He's a big dude.
Yeah.
And they said that this is probably in the 60s or the 70s.
Yeah.
That in the neighborhood that he was in, they would play the knockout game where you would have to walk up and just see. I don't know if they called it that, but you would have to see if you could knock somebody out with one punch.
I just want to say this before I get off, man. Just really, I think it's a small segment, but because the shit is, it's put out there in the press, people think it's a large segment of the black community, but it's really not. It's a small segment. We think they're fucking idiots too. So it's not just, there's a huge problem in the black community. A couple of dumbasses doing it. You put their ass in jail. But don't paint everybody with the same stroke, man.
I don't think putting people in jail is the answer either. It's amazing to me that people go, well, he was arrested, so it's okay. No, the trick is to not have it perpetrated on people in the first fucking place. I've heard that enough times. Why are you asking for justice for this guy? They arrested the perpetrator. Yeah, big fucking deal. How about you figure out the problem and fix it? Look at Chicago. They're talking about bringing the National Guard. They're talking about bringing the National fucking Guard into Chicago because the police force can't even handle the amount of fucking drug and gang-related shootings and violence that's going on in Chicago.
Bro, idiots are going to be idiots.
Idiots are going to be idiots, but when 10% of the population amounts to fucking over 50% of the idiots, there's a problem.
Look.
You could keep being blinded. Yeah, don't address it.
No. I'm addressing what you said. You're talking about a small segment of the population, but in this particular incident, but you can't continue to say it's always a black issue, the black problem. It's a fucking dumbass problem, man.
The knockout game is predominantly done by young black males, period. I'm not saying that young black males are all doing it.
About me, bro. But yes, but you are saying predominantly.
No, I'm not. I'm saying that. Do you understand? It's so hard to make people understand the simplest concept. I'm not saying that the majority of young black males are doing the knockout game. I'm saying of the people that do the knockout game, the majority are young black males. Do you understand what I just said?
Okay, so am I saying that because there's all white males in that room, one of you guys is going to eventually fucking flip out and shoot everybody as serious? Come on, man, it's bullshit.
You could probably say that about any radio show on this platform.
No, but you can say that if somebody does go into a workplace and shoot it up, it will probably be a white middle-aged man. But you can't say that most white middle-aged men go to their workplace and shoot it up. See the difference? Holy fuckaroni!
Bro, I'm going to continue to listen, man. Let's be fair.
Of course you will.
But I will say, too, if I had to be scared of someone, if I saw a black guy walking through this hallway, a young black guy in camouflage,
right,
or a 45-year-old white guy with a mustache and an army hat, I'd be much more worried about the 45-year-old white guy and the mustache and the army hat.
In this setting?
Yeah,
sure. Because statistics show that you have more of a chance of being blown away by that. But if I'm out on the street in a shitty neighborhood and I see a couple of black guys across the street, I'll fucking stay on the other side of the street as I walk by. Now, they could be fucking Rhodes Scholars. I don't know. But statistically, I'm going to play the odds and not have any interaction with them.
You know what one of the problems is, and this caller's kind of addressing it too, it's the fact that the press avoids certain things and they avoid certain truths. And they don't say it or they tiptoe. So when you say something bluntly, it sounds really offensive or it sounds racist. But like no one's offended if you say that most people who fucking shoot up the workplace are white. They are. Most guys, most school shootings as far as random acts of I hate my mom and dad violence.
Young white
kids.
guys. Sure.
Without a doubt.
Yep.
Whenever I hear about a school shooting, like where there's a bunch of kids killed, I've never once thought, oh God, that's a black kid. If it's one guy shot in the parking lot, maybe that's a black kid. But if it's fucking 30 people massacred, you almost always know it's a white kid.
But so nobody's stepping up and saying, hey, we need a problem. Don't ignore the problem.
Because, you know why? Because could you imagine a young white guy going into a school or a workplace or something and killing or shooting between 15 and 20 people every weekend? Could you imagine the fucking outrage? That's what's happening in Chicago alone. Add in Atlanta, New York City, Detroit. You're going to get a fuckload more. That happens every week in this country. If young white guys were shooting up schools at that rate, we'd be under martial fucking law.
Bro, here's the deal. If that's going on, I'm all for it, man.
It is going on.
I don't want anybody getting shot, what color, what race. If there's a problem, address it. But if you don't address it,
well, I'm addressing it, but you don't want to hear it. If there's a problem, address it. There's a problem in the black community with young black men and violence. There's a problem. There, I addressed it. Now you'll tell me to shut up, and because that's how it works in this country. We address it. We need an open dialogue. We need to do this. All right, let me say it. Ah, you're racist. Fuck that. What a bunch of hypocritical fuckwads we are.
See what it is here. You want to feel sorry for yourself, but here's the deal, man. It doesn't happen like that. There's a segment, but it doesn't happen like that. I'm not around people getting shot up every day.
Thank God for that.
Bro. You aren't either.
I know. But I work in New York City. And I take precautions. I take precautions when I walk around New York City to stay in better areas. When I'm in an iffy area, I'm much more alert to my surroundings, and I will profile people based on statistics and keep myself safe in that way.
Bro, I'm okay with that, but my thing
is,
your listeners are predominantly white, probably, right? When you say shit like you say, when you say things like you say, sometimes you kind of fuel a lot of shit that goes on, and I'm saying
I'm not fueling anything.
No, man, I'm saying you're intelligent enough to understand it.
No, I'm not.
Here's the thing, man. It's a mob mentality that you create.
Mob mentality? You mean like when the knockout game's being played and then 5 or 8 more guys jump in and kick and fucking punch the guy that's on the ground? Yeah, like that mob mentality?
What's the caller's name? I'm sorry, what's your name?
My name is Pete, and the shit, it's egregious. I don't like it either.
Pete, you know, you fall into a trap, though, that people fall into.
I can walk on.
Like saying like, hey, Ann, if you say that or whatever it is, a person says, you're creating this mentality, like you understand it, but other people might not. Like that's an arrogance that like the press has about themselves, or people like, well, I understand it, but the average guy won't. And it's like I never look at it like that. Like I never think that if I get it, but the people listening to us won't get it. Like I just give them the same credit.
It's true, and the thing is, when I listen to you guys, it'll always, the dude, he always comes out and like, you know, it's the black thing. And, you know, it makes it hard for me to kind of fuck with y'all. I like listening to it. Some of the shit is all based, you know, the colors, but, you know, the shit is funny. But when you always kind of fuel the fire, like, you know, that racism shit, man.
Jim and Opie counterbalance my fucking shit very well. It's a very balanced
what happened?
Program.
What? I heard my name.
I don't think shit comes from you in a different way, bro. And I'm just saying, it comes out.
Yeah, because I'm trying to be as honest as I can possibly be, and I know a lot of times it's opinion, but a lot of times it's fact based. And when I'm told that we need an open, honest dialogue, and then you try to have one, and you're fucking labeled with racist or yeah, let's have an open dialogue as long as what you're saying doesn't offend me. Now we're just back to square one.
No, you can say what you want to say, man, but that don't mean the shit is true. I mean, we can still say, man.
No, some of the shit I am saying is absolutely true. When I back it up with facts, it is true.
But that's going on in your neighborhood or your area.
No, it's not going on in my neighborhood. Why the fuck would I live in a neighborhood riddled with crime?
Here's what I'm saying. I'm talking about the area that you're concerned with. You talk about Chicago and these other areas, but what I'm telling you
it affects me financially. It affects me as far as how I can exercise my Second Amendment, so it does affect me.
Me too, and I'm a black dude, but what I'm telling you is just don't say like, oh, it's a black problem. It's not a black problem.
I'm not going to say it again.
Bro, I'm telling you, it's not the largest segment of the population.
I understand. I think I've addressed that already.
All right, hold on.
Many times.
Hold on 1 minute. I got to go to Bernard in the Bronx. The Bronx. Bernard, you're on with Pete in South Carolina.
Yo, Pete, what's up, man? Whatchamacallit? This stuff, though, this is old. When I was younger, they used to come up to you and they'd be like, yo, you like Hawaiian Punch? And if you say yeah, you get punched right in the face. Like 4 times until I figured out, don't say yes to Hawaiian Punch.
And there you
that
go.
That used to be the commercial. The little guy would say, how about a nice Hawaiian Punch and punch him. Then they changed the campaign to where E-Rock comes through the wall.
Yeah. But there you go. Bernard, a nice white guy living in the Bronx. See?
Right, see?
Right, Bernard?
Oh, white guy?
The old slow lob.
Oh, I'm waiting only for 6 months when the summer is here.
All right, Bernard, thank you. See, it's all fun. Everyone's just having fun, growing up, doing their thing, finding their way.
Pete, I hope you continue to listen and, get upset with what I'm saying is fine and stuff, but, I'm not going to change the way I talk about race and violence issues in this country. I'm just not going to do it.
All right, we got.
Thank you for the call, Pete.
Pete,
thank you.
Call anytime.
Yeah.
Help us.
I like that.
Help us, please.
Help us.
All right, thank you, Pete.
At least you get to sit in the car and enjoy traffic.
Right.
I have to sit next to Peter Finch and Network.
That's why we take such long breaks. It gets way worse when we turn these microphones off.
Do you know what it's like to have to walk to the bathroom with somebody following you, yelling FBI statistics down the hallway?
We feel way safer as long as these mics are on.
Oh, my God.
If we didn't have to piss, we'd keep these microphones on for 4 hours.